infrastructure also now has been built out way more than it was when these satellites were originally, provisioned and launched. Right, that was more like 2000 stuff, era stuff and 90s era stuff. The cell phone tower infrastructure was nothing like what it is now, and there were lots of places where literally, other than like a dial-up modem, there was no other option other than the satellite internet.
Just a bit of trivia real quick. HughesNet is a spin-off company from a company started by Howard Hughes.
Considering getting it, but I ended up getting there's places that doesn't work. I know guys in West Virginia where
Nice.
Starlink doesn't work either.
I don't know. We took a Starlink mini terminal to Africa, and it worked perfect everywhere all over Africa. So I don't know what to tell you.
Hey Jake, in terms of what you said before about the whistleblower thing, so if there's a group that is deceiving us about the shape of the Earth, and they have control over the countries, the space agencies, and it's all compartmentalized. I was going to ask you this before. Sorry, it's going back in the convo a little, but what would you suspect that would look like? Because if they also own and run the media, and they can control the internet, and this group would have essentially infinite money, like everyone in that group would have, like, it's not like they would just have like a credit card with some amount of money. They just have infinite money. Like they could just set bank accounts up that just the bank account, amount of money is just 9999999 repeating. So they could go buy, 3 $50 million yachts every day. They could do that. So if that's the case, and they have infinite money, they control the media, the countries, the space agencies, obviously like big pharma. I mean, the list goes on and on. What would you suspect that would look like? One of their guys, like one of the like Illuminati family members, as it were, just deciding to go against the entire family, and then somehow, go against the entire power structure, and somehow get on, CNN as a talking head on CNN. I mean, like they control the media. So what would that? Obviously, they let Snowden be a household name. If they didn't want to, they wouldn't have done it. I think that whole thing's a psyop anyways. I don't think that's a legit thing. But I mean, if there was a legit whistleblower that was going to come out about any of these big deceptions, what really happened at 9/11, what really happened at JFK, what really happened in the Charlie Kirk thing, what really happened, the list goes on and on, what really happened during COVID. Like, you think that anyone who's really in on the know behind these things, or the deception, the globe deception, that they're going to let one of their guys actually get, coverage and leak the whole thing to the world? So that's my question. Like, what would that look like at that level of?
I mean, you're just describing like one-time discrete events, but I'm talking about like literally all of space-based technology, everything from, the Himawari 8 photos that are generated that are used by weather forecasters around the world, by the shipping industry, yada yada, weather satellites, all the communication stuff, all that stuff. Ultimately, you're going to have what would amount to thousands of engineers that would have to be in on the know of the flat Earth to be designing this stuff. You're not going to be able to compartmentalize it to that level without still having to have thousands of engineers that have a overall understanding of the flat Earth and the flat Earth technologies that you guys are proposing to, suppose I've heard Himawari does is that they have thousands of satelloons that take a photograph at the same time, and then they stitch them all together so that they can accurately map the sky and cloud patterns that people on the ground can see and confirm, updated every few minutes. Like all that stuff is real. You can confirm that the Himawari pictures do accurately show the clouds for all those locations that you can see it. So there would have to be some flat Earth technology that does that. You're going to have engineers involved with that. So these are just regular grunt people that, like, they could go and you're saying that, well, they're going to have, whatever infinite bank accounts, but no, these people would not have infinite bank accounts, right? They could sneak out a document onto the dark web. They could BitTorrent a document out there that they snuck out that could get sent out to everyone.
How are you pulling that off?
What do you mean?
How are you going to sneak it? How are you going to put something on the web without being tracked? Enlighten me out with that one.
You're not familiar with how the dark web and Tor works?
Dude, I don't care if you're behind 7 proxies. You're getting caught.
Plus, the programming is so strong at this point that even if someone came out and said the Earth is flat, most people are going to do their programmed, ridicule, laugh, think that guy's crazy. Always got, whatever the programming. They tell you to think people are schizophrenic or whatever the crazy kind of stuff they try to tell people to believe, about that. So there would be all that programming anyways. So even if they leaked something, why would any? You know what I mean? It wouldn't be any different than. Already there's tons of flat Earth videos and stuff, like, what, and people already ridicule it. So that's why I'm asking, like, what would that look like with this level? I mean, dude, we don't know, like, the recipe for Coca-Cola. That's never leaked. We don't really know, 9/11. There's a bunch of things. Although I know your rebuttal to that as well. Those are smaller events, so they're easier to keep, private or whatever. The military, and I hear you, it's not a bad rebuttal. Like I do hear you, those are smaller things. The shape of the earth thing, though, I mean, I guess you're trying to say there'd be all these engineers. I mean, the thing is that there is a system in the sky of communication that's being sold to us. So I do hear you. There would be people that would actually be involved in what the actual system is. If it's not satellites free falling around a ball, around a globe, then yeah, there would have to be some number of engineers that are actually, testing and using that equipment, and they would be at a different level than the civilian level. But we have intelligence agencies already that don't leak anything. CIA guys don't necessarily come out and leak everything they're doing. So it's just, to me, it doesn't seem like that would be very difficult for them to do if it's a huge criminal network and they already have the tracking of everything anyway. So even if somebody did leak something or whatever, they could, snuff that out pretty quickly, and they're not going to put it in their mainstream media, as is. So. I mean, there would just have to be like a civilian level and an actual, like, clandestine Illuminati level, if you want to call it the Illuminati. There'd have to be actual people that are in the know and doing stuff, and then there'd have to be a civilian level, and there would just have to be a dividing line between that. I mean, there is the idea of like the Freemasonic, like the levels, and you get more and more clearance as you get up in the levels, which is how the military works too. So, I mean, the guys high in the military are not just coming out and leaking private missions, and they are a regular civilian person being paid, let alone someone who's at a much higher level than that. So I'm not trying to like debate you saying that like, oh, it's impossible that there would have to be whistleblower. I'm just saying from my perspective, that's not a compelling reason as to why this isn't happening, is because there isn't somebody that's leaked it. I don't think it'd be very difficult for them to keep it on lock, especially they had to do World War I or World War II to even get to this point, to be able to have that on lock like that, so they had to do genocide and a bunch of crazy stuff to even get control over the countries and, to where it's even at this level, because it would have been different, in earlier times.
So what we have, Gio, is we have thousands and thousands of engineers that graduate every year that learn all the mainstream cuck versions of space-based technology that they study in detail in the physics for it. And then they go working for Boeing or whatever that actually manufactures these technologies and makes them work on a flat Earth. And I guess then they have to go through some private, super secret Boeing school where they tell them, forget about all the stuff you learned. It's all a big lie. This is how stuff actually works on the flat Earth. Gravity isn't real. The Earth is flat. You can't go to space. You can't have vacuum next to a pressurized whatever. Like, you don't think that would have to be an inevitable outcome?
No, because you'd be engineering the mind. They don't care what you like. If you're participating from like a university state level where you've got like biochemical engineering or anything, it's all mind engineering. They're mentalists at the top end. They're not engineers.
I'm talking about, so then who do they hire to actually build these technologies that purportedly work in space but actually work on a flat Earth? Like, who's engineering that?
I don't think anyone in like when I say the civilian level, like that's like, you were born in a hospital, you were stamped with a social security number, you're one of the, whatever people say they call us Goyim or just whatever, but you're one of the civilian class people. I don't think they're telling anyone at that level the truth. Now, I'm not saying there's no one that has breached that or has been told that. I mean, who knows? There may be some in Hollywood that it's leaked to and they're keeping the secret. Who knows? Like, I can't say they don't tell anyone, but I don't think they're mass telling people because they know that those people are not psychopaths and they're not going to keep the lie. So that's why, like, even in the idea of the Freemasonry with the levels, if they have levels, that's what they're doing. They're grooming for psychopaths, at the highest levels. So who are they using for that stuff? I mean, there's theories. Maybe a lot of the children they're kidnapping, they put them through MK Ultra and they try to groom them into being a psychopath. And if they pass all of the levels, then they would make it into their engineering side. Because yeah, there's somebody making like the fake pictures of the globe for NASA, for example. And I don't think that's just a regular person that was stamped with a social security number that was just paid to lie. I don't think they would risk that. So that would already be someone who's in their network that's not at the civilian level, that doesn't have a social security number, that's kind of above the law, as it were. And those are the ones that would actually be doing the, a lot of the fake stuff.
Let me say this real quick. In Geo's Geo's defense, honestly, if you believe in
Was it like in one of the Arab or like the it was like a US company.
Truth? Or do you think they lie to the people and have national security and things that they don't tell us and give us half truths all the time?
It would make no sense at all for them to tell you the truth about any military option or operation or governmental objective or goal.
Got the Mars Google Earth on screen share.
Are you able to take a peek at Cydonia?
Cydonia.
Yeah, learn share the golf balls. Like, I guess it would be the idea that like the whole plane that we're on is like one little indentation on a much larger sphere, like a sphere that's like thousands of times larger. I
Well,
guess that's
yeah, I've often questioned volume, for sure, but not to that extent.
Oh, Geo, it's
That
like a
would
bigger magic sphere, like a bigger one.
be
There you go.
radical.
There it is. There it
yeah,
is.
a magical sphere ball with different magical pseudophysics that.
Dude, that's
make-
so fake, bro. Look what fucking on Roohif's dude. That is, come on, dude.
Oh, you don't think
Come
it's
on,
real?
Roohif.
It's pretty. Anyway, there's other structures off what we'd call I think to the left of this structure, if we're looking at it. Oh wow, okay. Yep. There's the Martian.
And
I
nothing
can
to
see
see
it now.
here. Just a fucking
I can see
clearly
it now.
patched over in black and white. Nothing to see here. Just this part's just clearly patched over very differently from
But
everything else.
anyway, you're probably familiar with the interesting geometry that was found from structure to structure, whether it be nature or whatever the hell happens on Mars.
What do you think, though? Does anyone have any idea? Like, does anyone think there is extra Earth? Like, Earth outside? Or what?
Montreal just said that he believes there are. I mean, he's certain that there is other lands. Yeah.
Yeah, from what this guy, one
Oh,
guy was saying was basically, in the outer lands, maybe water is actually hard to find, and so like the place that they're calling Mars, and this whole polar ice cap that Elon Musk wants to nuke to melt the water out or whatever. He's basically saying that like there actually is a giant glacier in the outer lands somewhere, and for the most part, the outer lands is barren, and so like they actually are gonna go nuke like the place they're calling Mars and try to go terraform what they call
it was
Mars. But what
prophesied.
they call Mars isn't actually like a separate planet. It's just a different region of land,
It was
not too
when
far
Von
away from
Braun
here.
told of his coming. He would come and take us to Mars.
It's like terraforming a place that is, like you're saying, like kind of like a desert, right? Doesn't people do that in deserts, actually? They terraform them and make them like gardens.
I think if you find the South Magnetic Pole, I think we'll find more land. And I think
Yeah,
they're
he's
using
basically saying that like if we live in a crater type of Earth or golf ball crater Earth or whatever, that essentially like when the Germans shot the V2 rocket up, they went past the edge of the crater and saw the outer lands or whatever, and then that's what prompted the whole, oh, let's all go to Antarctica, because they essentially seen over the rim and seen that there was other lands. So then they pulled up to Antarctica to go, I don't know, go over there or something like that. That's kind of it. And then all the rockets since then, like Or that's basically the reason for the rockets is to get over the rim, kind of idea.
It is interesting that all the nations that, well, right now they all have international agreements on places like Antarctica and space, or they all get a piece of it. I don't know how to word that better yet.
Yeah, I think what they call Antarctica is like a small subsection of land. There might be fucking because what did that Bird guy, General Bird, said there was land bigger than the Americas, supposedly past Antarctica or whatever.
He said there's
The other
land
side of the
from
pole.
little. He said there's land from past Little America on the other side of the South Pole. He was just meaning that Antarctica. If you kept cross the South Pole, Antarctica is huge on the other side. He didn't mean there's like more land hidden somewhere. He's talking about the continent.
Okay, more land would mean bigger than both the Americas. Then either way.
It's pretty big, allegedly.
Yeah, that's the way he put it too. He said from Little America beyond the South Pole, there's like vast amounts more land. But he wasn't talking about hidden land. He was just meaning that if you cross Antarctica, there's a hell of a lot more land because it's a big continent
It's a
once you
VIP
pass the South
section.
Pole.
It's a VIP section. Imagine Jeffrey Epstein, but a whole continent. Jeffrey Epstein Island. Where the VIPs can go and, play all their pedo games and
What I
How did we
think,
get to that?
well, yeah, I'll let y'all keep on.
Oh, no, I'm just curious how we went from Antarctica to Epstein. I think
well, the
James is on
VIP
something,
section,
right?
the VIP section, normal people are not allowed to go to. It's a section that the pedos goes to be pedos, and
Okay.
Because that's what all rich, famous people want to do. They want to go live under the ice, away from all of civilization.
no, not under the ice. They can terraform these areas.
Well, they did have a Nazi submarine base in Antarctica. It's just very weird, bro. The whole space and Antarctica seem to be linked to kind of like all these occult ideas, bro, and not by us, by the actual official astronauts and fucking scientists and explorers and shit. Like all the
When
names of the shit in Antarctica, just very fucking weird. Like
well, so
something weird's going on there, dude. And it's the same type of something weird as is going on in fake space. I know. I guess it's hard to really speculate on what actually is happening. I'm not speaking to the Globers really, because obviously this is all just fucking fairy tale shit to a Glober. But it is. It seems to be the same type of weird, esoteric, occult groups that are involved in outer space in Antarctica directly. I mean, the symbolism definitely matches across both operations.
Isn't it
something weird
funny
that really
those
is.
are? Isn't it funny those are the two locations where man seems to agree upon and will kill each other for like a square mile of land somewhere else, but those two areas everybody agrees on. Hmm.
Pedo
Because there's
Island.
nothing really there. But anyway, something weird that really is going on is under like South Dakota and several states up there, people keep hearing these booms. They don't know where they're coming from. It's gotten to the point to where people are literally like complaining to their government and to the state governor and everything because they keep hearing these like booms that are really loud and nobody knows where they're coming from. And there people are
I
starting
got
to
a
post
story.
videos of them. I don't, and what I think is either something's going on under their feet, like something's being mined underneath them, secretly that they don't know about, or something's being tested above their heads that they don't know about. But that's
The
it's a
underground
real thing going
highways,
on. A lot of people are
the
Well,
complaining
I
about
got
it.
a real
underground
story.
highways connect the continents. Is
I got a
underground.
real story that actually directly talks to that. Well, my dad's boat mechanic. He's kind of a fucking wacky guy. He ain't live like he used to, but he used to have a house in like between kind of near Pearl Harbor, actually. Matter of fact, this guy in his basement, he used to say all the time back in the day, I can hear a underground railroad, not like a slave trade, like an actual like rail. Like he can hear like a train going maybe 20 to 40 feet beneath the floor of his basement. Like like he in his basement, he hear a fucking train going underneath him and shit. Everyone's like, yeah, you're fucking crazy, blah blah blah. Years go by, they like declassify it or something because they're no longer using it anymore. And lo and behold, United States military built underground railroads all under the islands of Hawaii, going from Pearl Harbor up all into the mountain ranges, all over the fucking place. And he was actually right in one of the tracks where it was. So like people were saying, you're fucking crazy, blah blah blah. Stop doing fucking meth, bro. There's no fucking train under you. But nah, I mean the US government here in my state directly put in secret underground railroads, dude, and then telling us about it after they don't use it anymore. And this is like a fucking igneous rock island, bro. Like, I don't know. There's not even, I don't know. Anyways, go
It's
ahead.
volcanic
Sorry.
rock. It would actually probably be pretty easy to cut a tunnel through. It's volcanic rock, so it's probably pretty stable.
To make a tunnel, though, would it
Yeah,
stay? Yeah, I don't know much about making tunnels
yeah.
in a horizontal fashion.
Volcanic rock has natural tunnels that run through it caused by lava, and they last for ever.
Yeah, dude, those we have a lot of those actually. So supposedly, actually, this is history. Is that this King Kamehameha guy who conquered all the islands, greatest Hawaiian conqueror or whatever? He actually apparently the reason he had edges in his battles is because he knew the ancient volcanic tunnels or whatever and could surprise attack his enemies. His armies could retreat into a valley and then his whole army could disappear and no one would know where it is. They'd pop out somewhere else or whatever. And supposedly he actually gave these secret tunnel knowledges to the Freemasons, which is funny, you know. They come into this story. They were like the first people. All the royal Hawaiians were all Freemasons, and they all became Freemasons in exchange. It's a whole fucking thing, dude. It's pretty interesting, man. The history is pretty interesting.
Tunnels that connect the continents and islands.
Yeah, so he told them where the tunnels were, and they gave him guns, and then he basically was able to just slaughter all his competitor, I guess, chieftains, or they call him Ali'i, which is kind of like a king of an island, is an Ali'i.
I know there was one guy that released a YouTube video that I watched about those booms they were hearing in, like, I think it was South Dakota or somewhere, and he was like going out and recording the sounds with some pretty decent equipment and stuff, and he recorded it and put it on YouTube. They came, like, he had the local sheriff came and talked to him and told him that he needed to stop doing that. That they couldn't tell him why, but they just advised him it would be in his best interest to stop doing, like, putting all that stuff on YouTube, those sounds and talking about it and stuff like that. And he put it, it's a whole thing.
To find out.
It's strange though. I mean, because I've heard, I've heard several times above ground blasts underground from the mines and stuff. Just here where I live, I worked in a mines that actually is underneath the local town, and 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the evening, they blast underground, and there's so many people that don't realize there's a mine underneath them, and if you talk to them, they'll tell you, yeah, there's sounds at 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening every day. Most of them don't know why, but I know why. They're blasting under their feet. It's a zinc mine. I work for them, but
Obviously.
that's very possible that something is going on under their feet. Either something is being mined or there's a tunnel being dug or something, and they're hearing the blast coming up, but it's hard to pinpoint where it comes from because it sounds like it just comes from everywhere when you hear one, when you're on the surface.
But the seismographs probably pick it up.
And some people think it's sonic booms from some type of like plane testing they're doing, some type of hypersonic planes or something.
Might be hypersonic trains under the ground. They will be sealed in a tunnel now.
So, remember the big tunnel operation that Musk had going on a while back?
Oh yeah, the
Like
boring company.
low tier
Oh man,
versions.
that was some heavy duty equipment.
Colombia is like everywhere. There's like a Church of Colombia that's in Europe. Like
South Columbia.
there's a lot of
District
Colombias.
Columbia.
Columbia Pictures.
Like
Columbia's
Columbia,
supposed to be a
Cologne,
goddess. The goddess of liberty is Columbia. The same. It's like a same name for a god, like kind of like others, Venus and Aphrodite or whatever. Like Columbia and Liberty are the same goddess, apparently.
Doesn't the Bible say that the world sits on columns? Or it says pillars, but isn't that the same as columns?
This
Like
guy probably,
column,
right?
column.
How are the prices, like grocery, gas, stuff? Is everything going up?
Bro, my gas just went down 10 cents. I went to the pump. I threw some money in it. I'm like, yeah, this should be enough. I'm around, a little under half. I had to go back into the store to get change. Felt good, man. Felt real good. But then I went shopping, bought some food, and was like, fuck my life. This shit's expensive.
At least soda price has gone down since they stopped letting Snap people buy it.
Oh damn! It was like a Food City. At my Food City, they wanted almost $10 for a 12-pack of Pepsi.
Oof.
That's crazy.
The vending machine.
$10 for a 12-pack. Used to be $3.
Pay like $8 for a bag of bread.
Dude, I like energy drinks, right? And they got
Yeah.
this a couple energy drinks out there. And I go to the dollar store and they have like a whole shelf of different, it's like 4 shelves, but it's like a vertical column shelf type thing. It's 1, 2, like 4 shelves, and it's all like stacked vertically. I'd say around 4 feet wide, maybe 3 feet. I don't know. And I go there, I look at the cost of these cans, right? If I go to Walmart, Stop and Shop, any of these like major, the top brand or the top outlets, whatever, to buy goods. Dude, they're charging, somewhere around $1 plus, right? If you buy them in bulk, you might get them for like 89 cents, if you're lucky. Dude, I go to the dollar store. They sell 2 for $1.25. It just blows my mind. It's like, yeah, they don't need to charge this much. They just charge it based on what people will pay.
That's how business works. It's how sales works, bro. That's fucking
Yeah, I get
every
it, but it's like
salesman, bro. That's all they
horrible.
do, bro. Hey, welcome to the fucking game. That's why it's harder for a rich man than a fucking camel through the eye of a needle.
Well, I was asking because of the tariffs, right? I wanted to get some real life info,
Apparently, we're getting $2,000, SE. You jealous?
Yeah, man.
I fucking still don't believe it. I mean, I'll believe it when it hits my account, bro. But if that's true, bro, like that, I honestly think there's a bad thing though. They're training us basically for the UBI. I mean, and it was Trump last. Funny that they have a Republican doing the most communist thing ever, i.e., directly giving us fucking money for not working.
If
It's
that
funny that it was
happens,
actually Trump that did it back in COVID. I wasn't here for that. I was in Canada, so I couldn't collect that. But yeah, Trump both times is the communist fucking governmental money giver, UBI fucking Pavlovian trainer. Thank you. Sorry for taking so long.
no, you're fine, brother. If that happens, get ready for inflation to go up again. That's what caused inflation to go up last time. Was those two big incentive checks they give everybody caused inflation to
Oh,
skyrocket.
did y'all hear about the 50-year mortgages?
No.
Dude, he's putting in the works now. He's going to offer 50-year mortgages now. I think he wants that to be the staple. So now for
Oh, that's bad.
400,000.
We're
So
such
now
slaves,
That's
bro.
bad.
We are
for now
such slave fucking labor, fucking cattle.
Listen though, it's not that bad because for a $400,000 house over 50 years at 6%, you only have to pay the low price of $1.2 million. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, but for every 10 years you throw on it, you just pay that much more for the overall
Well,
price of the house. You're just paying the
they
interest on.
they front load the interest, when you buy a house, and so like the
Yeah, you got to
vast
pay towards the
majority, like
principal.
4/5 of it goes toward the interest, and 1/5 goes toward principal. And
Which
then
is
at the
Yeah, if
back
you don't
end
put
of
it
your mortgage,
specific
it
too.
switches. Well, it's
Yeah, if
because
you don't
people
put it
tend to sell their houses after 10 to 12 years. And so if they continue, especially if they extend it out to 50 years, then 4/5 of everything that everyone pays is perpetually going to the bank, and no one ever pays off the house.
Yep, that's what they want. They want everybody to be in perpetual debt.
Yes. You're going to be renting from the bank.
Well, that makes sense, right? Because the debtor is slave to the creditor. So, I mean, you would be if you're a guy with money, it makes sense that you would want a place of debt because if someone's not in debt, your money doesn't really mean that much. Where if someone is in debt, your money means so much more. Like a rich man to a free man isn't really that big of a deal, but a rich man to a debtor is a big deal.
Yeah.
Isn't it the case that if like you get a 50-year loan, at least you get yourself into the property market, and presuming the house prices go up, then I mean that's money in your pocket technically. Although I recognize that if you sell that house, you're just going to buy something. If all the properties are going up at the same time, I mean it doesn't really help you, but
Yeah,
at
you're
least you're
still
getting
screwed
into
with
the
the rest
property
of the
market
market.
to ride it.
Dude, has anyone seen these like I don't know if I'm fully whatever, but like all the fucking guys in the Nazi party have like basically doppelgangers in like positions of authority in America. Like even
But they don't want to admit that they're in porn. And he's like, I saw a window there to be the porn company who cooperates with everybody publicly, like actually interacts with them. And yeah, he just openly acquires all that stuff. It's pretty distasteful.
They just went through a great.
True, but then I actually saw the interview of the guy, a Jewish rabbi. He purchased. He's Canadian. He purchased Pornhub, even though they consider it immoral and unethical. He did it just. He said it just for the money. I don't give a shit.
I saw a whole interview with that Jew who owns that, saying
Yeah.
that he sees a lot of people who go into porn, but they don't want to admit that they're in porn. And he's like, I saw a window there to be the porn company who cooperates with everybody publicly, like actually interacts with them. And yeah, he just openly acquires all that stuff. That's pretty distasteful.
They just went through a big scandal with underage
Yeah, I heard
materials
about that.
and also snuff films and
Snuff is on Pornhub. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
What?
yeah and
Snuff films on Pornhub? That's fucking.
yeah
That should be highly illegal.
Well, I think it
exactly
is. That's the
it
problem. Is they
is
got yeah,
that
they got
was the problem. That's what
from what I
they
understand
got
is
caught.
they didn't post it though. It's just other people posting on their site and they just don't have any oversight really whatsoever to stop it.
Right.
So
They
has the
had to
government not
tighten
taken it
down.
down? Because
Yeah,
that
they had
open
to really
communication,
tighten.
aka money.
Yeah, so I don't go on Pornhub or anything. I have a girlfriend, so I don't need porn and shit. But my buddy one day, he always sends me some really weird text messages and stuff. And he sent me a link to Pornhub, and it was a fucking cartoon. It was like The Simpsons or something. Nothing to do with porn. So I guess they just let people upload. It's not really monitored.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Or
That was the whole
YouTube.
scandal. Is that they're like, fuck, someone should be monitoring this. There's a bunch of fucking CP on it. Yeah, that was the whole
Yeah,
scandal.
there was young ladies coming forth saying that was against their will. They did not know they were being filmed, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, that's why there was a huge
Wow.
sweep across that industry. Because for years they were doing like homemade videos, like they whatever the casting couches, whatever the fuck they were, and these people didn't know that they were being recorded, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I don't know how many years did it take. So they got to the point where they're like, okay, now we require people to
But how do you
verify.
know it's not getting recorded, bro? Wouldn't there be a camera in your fucking face while you're getting fucked? How would you not know that's getting like? How do you film someone?
Because they're not all perfect like porn productions. Some of them are just like in bedrooms, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
You
lot
No,
can
of
but
set
what
up
I'm
times
multiple devices, right? You can set up multiple
it'll even
devices,
say hidden camera.
point them at one
Yeah, like a
area.
nanny cam.
oh
There's so many
it's a
different
hidden
types.
camera. Okay, I've never even seen a porn video with a hidden camera. I'm just
I mean, that's
assuming
what
that
they
like
were
they're
claiming.
pointing the
That's what the
fucking thing
girls
in
were
your
Oh my
face.
god.
claiming. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
they're
I
claiming.
find
Who
that
knows
highly
how silly it
suspicious
is?
though,
why not? Why? When you
because
can
girls
buy,
always
just go
claim
on
some dumb
Amazon and
shit
type
after the
in
fact when they regret it.
like nanny cams. You can hide them in clocks. You can hide them in like overhead lights, like ceiling fans. You
No, I don't
can
believe
put
it
them in
didn't
all sorts of
happen, but
places.
like, but females, and I'm not saying all females, but there's a tendency I've noticed to basically change the story after it happens if you regret
Well, that's going to happen
how it
with some
happened,
girls, but some
essentially.
girls, like knowing girls, that's true, but knowing men, the opposite is also true, right?
Yeah, it goes
But
both ways. Yeah.
yeah, but like all these claims, oh no, I didn't know we were filming and shit. Like, how many of those claims are actually true? Dude? I mean, I
Well,
understand the
enough of
nanny
them
cam
to
thing,
make
but
them
most
finally
videos,
Enough of
push
them.
most
forward.
video, wait. Most videos are not filmed like they're a nanny cam. Like, there's clearly a cameraman shoving a camera in a girl's face while she's getting fucked, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
We're
yeah. I
just
don't.
watch
saying that
that
Those
there
are the
much
ones they're
we're
porn to
just
talking
know that
saying
about.
whatever,
I
but
think
we're
it's
just
more
saying that
the
there were incidents where they did not know and those were being freely uploaded because there's no oversight.
Yeah, I think you guys
Yeah.
was talking about something different. It wasn't a sweep
Yeah.
across the obviously porn made videos. It was
this
a
guy's
sweep
hacking.
across like the amateur like
Yeah.
realm of porn or whatever, where girls would
And
just get
and you
recorded. It's like a one angle view for like 3 minutes or whatever. Looks like it's recorded from a damn iPhone or something.
yeah, that's what it looks
And they
like.
made it so finally pushed it to where the people have to verify who they are to confirm, their age and everything. Because and then you got the whole child porn thing, So if you can't
Well,
figure
I'll
out
tell you
who
this
the
much too,
person is,
though.
you
If you
can't
get it off
say
of
what age
Pornhub,
they are.
if you get it off of Pornhub, though, they're just gonna put it on a different website. Like, you know how many fucking re-uploads are? Like, you can play whack-a-mole and get the biggest fish or whatever, but like, dude, isn't like last time I checked, dude, apparently like 50% of all the fucking gigabytes that goes across the internet is just porn. Like nothing else. Nothing takes up more fucking computer than porn.
People
Well,
download
according
porn
to
still.
Music. People download tons of music without ever listening to it. Terabytes.
What is the point of
terabytes.
downloading porn when it's free?
I know it. Paying for
In
it.
case the internet dies, come on.
I mean, if you can't go without porn for that long, you're in bad shape.
What's the point
What
of
if
paying
society
for it?
ends?
you got no imagination.
I'm just kidding.
You gotta get the niche shit. That's why. That's what you're paying for. That kinky shit.
Really?
Jeez Louise.
I think it is
People like to
making
just get
people
married.
lazy though, with their imagination. Or, yeah, happily married is where I'm sitting. So I'm just trying to figure it out there.
Well, they say, oh, well, you don't need to make a marriage. You need to make a career. And you can just watch this porn in the meantime.
And take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
just
You don't have to worry about it.
what's a career though? A career is just optimizing yourself to make like a corporation that doesn't give a fuck about your just like I'm gonna optimize myself for like a thing that's not even a human being. It's just like this fucking corporate like I don't know, dude. The whole career mindset I think was already
Right.
fucking cancer among guys, dude. And now that they're like pushing out women, it's like, yeah, yo, two wrongs don't make a right, bro. You're not empowered. Like
This is
you
literally,
being a slave to a
Wait,
corporation is not
yeah.
empowerment. It's just stupidity.
Well, this is
Like it was
this is
already
literally like
stupid when guys did
where the
it. Why
problem,
would females also do that? Like it's a double
because
dumb.
they fooled them into it. But really, this is where all of it stems. All of the gender issues. Everyone's always arguing over who should have what roles because with the nuclear family, they set up right that they got rid of, or they not got rid of. They actually created the middle class, right? The slave class, the perpetual slave class, right? So they say, okay, well, men don't need to be home all day. Men need to go to work all day and barely see their children. But don't worry, the women's job is to constantly watch the children and do nothing else with their lives. So it's all okay as long as you follow this formula. And so people did it, and it
That's
was
how it's always
moderately
been, though.
successful.
Yeah.
But then they said, okay, well, women need to work constantly too, and the only way for the family to work is for men and women to work constantly, and for their children to go to state education,
take care.
right?
Well,
I'm not even
And so
against
and
work though, because work
finances.
needs to get done. But it's like, where's the work going? The work is going to
well, the
be collected
slavery,
by
it's
corporations and for someone
not
else's
the work,
profit. Like
it's not
I
the
watched
work,
I
it's
don't
the
even.
slavery.
I watched a show just a while ago earlier tonight about some people down in like South America or somewhere in a real harsh environment building a rope bridge. All the men's job was to get out every day and cut grass and form the rope and everything else and do all that work. And the women, it
Braid it.
talked about it. The women's job, they stayed home and they took care of the house while the men were gone, and they took care of the kids and everything. It's always been that way. It's not something that we're just
No, man,
invented.
no,
It's
used
how it's
to
always been.
men and women lived on the same property and worked for their own success, and their children
For the
were raised
family's
alongside
success.
them.
No, the men
Right,
Yeah,
would go
right.
out. The
work
men
used
would
to
go
be
out and hunt, or the
for the
men
family,
Listen,
bro.
go out in the
for 5
field.
months for free. You work for 5 months for free, man. Okay, they take 40% of your income for freaking taxes. All right, there should be 5 months
Yeah,
that you're just
work is
hanging out with
supposed
your
to be
family
for the
doing nothing
family's
else.
benefit,
It
not a
is for the
corporation's
family's
benefit.
benefit.
But it's not though.
My paycheck, it is. My paycheck that I make raises my family.
The majority of
That's the
your
slave class.
economic work, your majority of your economic work and output and value is extracted from you and basically used to
Wrong.
benefit international corporations, not yourself.
Wrong. The majority of
You're collecting a paycheck. You're just
the majority that I make goes to me. About 10%
What if
goes to
all
the
the men in
government.
your town, what if all the men in your town, instead of going to work in an office or at a whatever place every day, what if they went and freaking built a house? What if you all just worked on building your own houses and each other's houses, and then you would be directly getting the benefit instead of relying on a paycheck to get it and then
How?
hiring out
How would we
contractors?
buy? How would you buy food?
You would raise it, man. It's not that hard. It's called the infinite food
So
hack. Everyone's
basically be
wanting one.
be a farmer.
Yes.
Be
Okay, there
Amish,
are
bro.
lots of farmers, but not everybody's a farmer. The whole world can't
Not
be farmers.
everybody.
I beg to
I mean,
differ.
listen.
It takes
Yeah, I differ as
everybody.
well.
It takes everybody to make the world go around. The car you
Dude,
drive was not made by farmers. The people that fixed that
what?
car was
No,
not made by
wrong, wrong.
farmers.
Dude,
The
one of the most
the
famous
computer
telephone
you're on
guys.
was not made by farmers. Your
The
entire
most
life and everything you do
wrong.
was created by people that are not
All of
farmers.
wrong. All of telephony was invented by a farmer in what was it, Kentucky? Like you don't even know. Farmers are brilliant. What about a farmer means that he can't invent stuff? He
Nothing, because
actually does
I
because he
live in
actually puts
Tennessee,
his
but
hand. He actually knows how. Or maybe it was Tennessee. I don't remember. But they actually know how to do stuff with their hands and apply their knowledge. You know, like a kid
99% of
raised on a
everything
farm seems to be
invented was not
smarter.
invented by a farmer, and especially as time goes on. Yeah,
Mhm.
you can go back to 1890 and find a farmer that invented something, but in the modern day, for the past 50 years, inventions have been invented by people that are not
Inventors.
farmers.
Yeah, and they're crap inventions because all the good inventors
You
from the
sure like to use them,
1890s
don't
were
you?
crushed. They crushed them, dude. No, we have nothing. We have nothing compared to the inventions that the farmers made at the end of
Wow,
the
you're right,
the
right.
1800s. Man,
Okay,
that was
that car
crushed.
sitting in your driveway, that computer you're on, that cell phone in your pocket, you have nothing
That's all
compared to what
All
they
Tesla.
brought
had
to
in
you
the
by
That's all Tesla,
NASA.
1890s.
bro. That was all Tesla.
Dude, actually, Tesla was part of a bunch
Tesla
of
wasn't a
fucking
farmer
secret
though.
societies and shit, dude. I was looking into it, bro. I'm actually thinking the
Well,
more
I
I'm
mean,
looking into Tesla, the more sketch its character. Dude, there was this other, was it like Terra Plus or something? Let's see.
he was in with the inner crowd, but he wasn't one of them, and that
Yeah,
was his
he was
downfall.
in with them, bro. He was plus
He was in with
Ultra.
them, but he wasn't one of them. And since he
He
didn't have
definitely
any
was,
blood with them,
dude.
they favored they favored Marconi over him, even though he was way smarter.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Plus Ultra Tomorrowland. Plus Ultra, a secret society comprised of the greatest minds throughout history, created Tomorrowland. Their motto, Cres est Noster, which means tomorrow is ours in Latin, was founded in 1989 by Nicholas Tesla, Thomas Edison, Jules Verne, and Gustav Eiffel. This include other members such as Mark Twain, Ray
Oh yeah, he's
Bradbury,
good friends with
and
him.
Walt Disney. By creating Tomorrowland, members hope to build a technological and scientifically advanced world without hindrance or interference. So here we go. This is Tesla directly kind of, he's like the Elon Musk of their time, actually. And it's kind of
Oh
funny
no,
that Elon
don't
Musk
say
named his
that. Don't
company
say that.
Tesla.
Elon Musk is nothing. I mean, Tesla actually he was brilliant. You know, he knew what he was doing and he could see things. I mean, he figured out the design of a helicopter so it could fly. I mean, he figured out radio. Like he figured out all this stuff. What has Elon Musk done? What has he done? He named his electric
That's what
car brand,
I'm
which runs
saying,
on
bro. He
gasoline
might
and
He
be,
space
created the vertical
electricity.
landing
Elon,
rocket.
Elon Musk might be like a figurehead that didn't invent any of this shit. You might
You need to
just be
read Jerry
believing in the
Vasilato's.
cult. You might be believing in the cult of personality,
No, listen, you need
falling
to.
into
I
what
mean,
they
with
want you to
Elon Musk,
believe in.
yes, but you should read Jerry Vasilato's. He's the best researcher I've come across. Man, he wrote
You know, I just read a
my
whole
favorite book
fucking
next
thing
to
on
Scripture.
Elon on Tesla.
Well, you should read it from Jerry Vasilato's because he really knows his stuff.
Dude, I understand you're a fan, dude. I know everyone on these servers are a fan. I know everyone in the New Age movement is a fan of fucking Nikola Tesla. I get it.
It should be.
But me questioning it was it's like I know you're a fan. Like it's not gonna. I'm questioning it, and you saying how much you like the guy doesn't really sway me either way. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't
Like
say just how much I like the guy. I just said some of what he
you
invented and that
expressed
you
it.
should check out a researcher. Is there something wrong with
Can
me expressing that I like him?
yo
No,
guys?
I'm
I
just saying like
posted a
it's
picture.
not convincing me, right? Like how much whatever. I've heard it all before.
I just
I was
told you
saying like
there's
you and
a
me are
really
in the
good
same circle.
researcher
We heard all the
who's
shit.
covered it.
I'm not
I
denying
still
Yo
that.
never
guys, I
damn
just
Like
sure the
posted a
believe it
science.
or
picture
not.
of all the brainiacs. Hello, can somebody point out Tesla in there for me? There's a guy missing in all those brainiacs, and I don't see Tesla in there.
Nucci.
Just saying.
Huh?
But I'm talking about something else. This Plus Ultra Club. There you go. Secret meeting held by a private apartment at the top of the Eiffel Tower. Who's having a secret meeting at the top of the Eiffel Tower, bro? During the Universal Exhibition of Paris. So this is like all these Tartarian guys. Oh, the Centennial Exhibition, the Exhibition of Paris. It's all directly here. This is what he's in the middle of it. In Tesla, he started a secret society on top of the Eiffel Tower during the Universal Exhibition of Paris, bro. Gathered at this
I wish
meeting
they'd
were
be more
four of the great
successful.
minds of the time. Gustav Eiffel, who made the Eiffel Tower, obviously. Thomas Edison, Jules Verne, Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, I like those guys.
It posed three questions. What is the best possible future for all of mankind? How do we make it? How do we make the people want this? This is, dude, what's his name? Elon Musk's script is just fully based on Tesla's script, bro. The more I'd fucking. Here we go. Each man held a different answer. Edison felt the world would be too fragile for the wrong answer, yet was intrigued by the idea of utopia. Tesla wanted a playground of boundless creativity, free from corrupting influence of any kind. Verne wanted a code of ethics to remind people that they were working towards what they were working towards and what they were working for. While the men didn't quite meet eye to eye, they agreed and concluded progress and innovation wasn't moving fast enough, and that they had to put aside their differences and self-interests to work together to make the world better. Thus led to the formation of a secret society of similar forward-thinking and optimistic people. It was Verne who suggested the name. He remembered the warning, non plus ultra, which was given to the heroes of antiquity venturing into realms unknown. Thus they called the society plus ultra, Latin for further beyond. By forming the society so this ties in, right? Because non plus ultra is what was on the Pillars of Hercules. So if you left the Mediterranean, non plus ultra means no, nothing beyond there. There's nothing past here. They changed what was said on the Pillars of Hercules from non plus ultra to plus ultra once they discovered the New World. They're directly relating to the secret society and all that shit in the New World and discovery of that. I mean, like, this is all like linking together all the topics that you conspiracy theorists talk about, but then because you're a fanboy of Tesla, you don't want to look into it. Like, I don't know, like, it just
I
seems
don't
kind of
think that being
inconsistent.
in a I don't think that being in a secret society, like if you make a club with your friends, does that count as joining an ancient secret society? I just don't think so.
Nikola Tesla
Look,
was the Elon Musk of his time.
he could have been in a secret society, bro. But my point is, see the picture I posted with all the big wigs? He wasn't part of that club, right? He just wasn't part of that club. That's all I'm saying.
No, but Curry was. A lot of people aren't familiar with Curry.
Who's the little
Oh,
guy that looks
Wait a
actually,
minute.
like
Tell
broke
Cyrus
glass?
in the
says he
middle,
has him
usually.
in there. Let's see.
Syrus. Who's the little guy in the middle, in the front, in the white that looks like he's like crippled?
But Steinmetz.
That's Charles Proto Steinmetz. Yeah, the guy with the
Steinmetz, huh?
Where's Tesla in
What?
that picture, Cyrus?
What's wrong with him? He looks
just
crippled
left.
almost.
He's right there.
He is. Yeah, he's
dude,
got
there's nothing
a
wrong
Oh,
with
it's
him.
going.
malformities or
Cowboy.
whatever.
I don't mean like
Yeah,
something's wrong with him. I mean like what was causing him to look like he can't stand up straight. Like something you can tell something looks like he's had either a bad accident or is born,
Yeah, I believe he was born that way. Yeah.
I don't mean like I'm making fun of him or something. I was just wondering about him.
it don't matter. He was the most brilliant one in that whole photograph.
Where is he? I still can't see him. Where is he? Left, right? Where is
Gay
he?
ball.
Left if Steinmetz, dude with the mustache.
Okay.
Well, that would be to his right, but left in the picture. He's standing right next to Steinmetz to his right.
Hey, he's right there behind Steinmetz. And there's fucking Albert.
Was
Old
any of them
Albert.
guys
Okay.
farmers?
Maybe, yeah.
I guess he was part of the good old boys club.
I'm telling you, dude. He was saying that he was communicating with Martians, bro. Talk about you want to be like, oh, the Aether and flat Earth. It's like, dude, the guy was a very clear glober. Tesla was about
Well, they
as
all
glober
were.
as they get, dude.
Here's something kind of crazy that I looked into this
Isn't
because
that
I'm an
Ricky?
electrician, and anyways, I was looking into it, and there's declassified FBI files that say Nikola Tesla was actually from Venus. Yeah, what kind of bullshit is that, right? So you can't just believe everything you fucking hear from the government and
I
stuff.
thought women
And
were
also,
from Venus and men are from Mars.
okay, well, I'm just saying
True.
Maybe Tesla was
that's a joke. I get it. No, look it
Tesla
up.
was
Might as well.
Declassified. Yeah, declassified, right? Quote unquote. So, yeah,
Well, he did stay single.
I mean,
say what?
declassified. They say Hitler's last time in the FBI declassified was Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah.
Last spot is in Argentina, something like that. It's
So
according to the FBI.
they threw him out of the club when he wanted to give stuff free. I guess is that it?
I think that's
Yes.
just fucking propaganda, new age propaganda. Honestly,
Yo, I
No,
see.
actually, it's not proper.
be fucking honest with you. Yeah, they kind of set him up as a hero and stuff. Honestly,
Hold on. How come in
Hero?
that picture,
Oh, bro.
in that picture's Syrus? Is it Syrus or Cyrus? Which one is it?
Cyrus.
Iris,
Cyrus
Okay,
it is.
and that picture you posted on my, I'm on a 90-inch flat screen television. That's what I look at. That's what my computer screens to. So when I click on it and zoom in, I can see it really good.
Nice.
Einstein's mustache is square. I'm talking about it's a square block. It's not a mustache. Like did somebody Photoshop that onto that? I'm telling you.
yo, maybe it's a Hitler. Maybe it's a Hitler stash,
It's
bro.
a
Maybe.
square black block. Like somebody
No,
would
I'm
put
saying,
over.
no, yeah, I heard you in the square black block. I'm not disagreeing. An
Something
electric
electrical
nerd
engineer.
picture.
You can find the high resolution one. Same picture. Because this was a conference. This was the oh my
Electric
god,
conference.
radio. Yeah, exactly. It was radio and
Fucking
something
electric
electrical
nerd.
engineers. Yeah,
Electrical
electric nerd
stupid
graphics.
nerds. Yeah, dumb nerds incorporated.
Yeah, but do you know what? Okay, so the conclusion of that meeting they estimated about 2 years time they're going to have electrical apparatus that is self-sustaining and you can unplug. That's what Steinmetz said. And it was approved. But of course, it never took off.
I'm talking about unlimited energy.
Yeah, with all these guys in the
So
same room, you would think, they can build it, right?
Wrong.
And they talked about it, and they were like, let's do it. And yeah, of course, never happened.
It's hard to get that many brilliant minds in one room for long. I'm sure they're all busy.
Especially those guys, right?
Right.
They're pretty
Yeah,
famous.
I play D&D, and it's already hard just to get like 4 people together.
We have Neil deGrasse Tyson today. Michio Kaku.
a bunch of fucking
Dom
clowns.
Dom Pettit. Hold on.
What a bunch of fucking clowns, dog. Oh my god, bro. Is that actually like our A team this day and age? Bro, our A team is a
Yeah,
bunch of clowns compared to 100 years ago. Holy fuck, dude. We're a
bro,
bunch of
it's pretty bad.
clowns. Yeah, we are
Bro.
a clown society, bro, compared to our
We are.
forefathers. That is crazy. Oh, look at
Well, the
this.
thing is,
On
middle
June
class killed
30th,
it.
1908, June 30th, 1908, Plus Ultra launched a rocket from Siberia carrying an experimental aircraft called the Columbiad to the other world at 9:30 a.m. Let's see. The
Wow.
U plus tried and failed to bring back the explosion through nuclear detonation. They tried again to detonate another bomb. This time they succeeded and brought the Columbiad back through a rip in. Yo, what on earth is this?
Oh, are you still in the Plus Ultra?
Yeah, I'm gonna look, dude. This plus ultra shit, dude. It's just, and there was a bunch of other shit when I was reading the fucking biography of Tesla, bro. That was just small, subtle, sus hints, bro. Like I don't know, man.
I checked into Plus Ultra. That's been back in, I think it was 2017, before they took the website down and all. Back then, you could
Oh.
easily just fucking visit the website.
By 1970, a running star program, the society made portals to other world. What on fucking earth?
And keep going.
These guys are doing the
Like,
same thing as the JPL guys. Like the JPL guys are supposedly consorting with demons to find the most efficient rocket to build and shit.
jet
This is the
person
same
is
shit
what
they're
you're
doing at
trying to
Plus
say.
Ultra, and then Tesla's the fucking main man at the Plus. Dude, this is a bunch
JP
of dude. They're
Morgan
opening
JP
portals.
Morgan
They're
hated him so much. He hated
that's
Tesla. He did
not
everything to
like
kill him.
necessarily
He
true,
said
bro.
J. He
That's
He just
meant
extremely
blocked
true.
them financially.
He was the bane
So
of
yeah,
his
this is all
existence.
you're just believing in all this propaganda, dude. This Tesla
What
hero
propaganda? No,
propaganda.
man.
They
I
were
actually
friends at
read
the
a
end of their
detailed
life,
account
dude.
by a researcher. No, they were not.
They
You
were
know,
Jack
no
friends
one
by
was
the end of
Parsons
their
worth.
life.
did.
Yes,
No,
they
they were
were,
not.
dude. Dude, if JP Morgan wanted Tesla dead, Tesla would be dead. And so
He
yeah, dude,
literally
you're
birthed
fully bought
that.
into the Tesla
He
propaganda, dude. You
literally.
idolize
Oh, I think
Tesla.
you're bought into the JP Morgan propaganda because if you think that he's
Nope,
so powerful,
because
anyone
I
who
believe
wants
JP
dead
Morgan's
died.
like a corrupt usurous banker that should have been
Anyone
sent
who
to
wants
treasury.
dead is dead. Dude,
That's really
he was
funny, dude.
a
You have to
politician.
actually like try to attack a side that I'm not even a part of, bro, because you can feel the fact that you are a Tesla fan, bro, and you're not
Oh,
really like
that's why. Okay, I think someone's
all
just
the
a
things
little
that I'm bringing up. You're
defensive.
not even addressing them. You're
I
just
think you're a little just
repeating your
defensive
own
because
thing.
everyone here likes.
So it did have a.
All right. Back to fun time.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Back to fun time. Back to
Do
Nitro
you think a
Tesla.
cell phone can hack you
Alright.
to figure out what panties you're wearing? I mean, underwear?
What? Your phone's gonna hack your underwear? Hold on. One more time.
No, they are doing studies, I think, on the location people typically put their phone versus ill effects. You're like, I don't know. They're saying there's a correlation, potential correlation.
Yeah, proximity and duration. The radiation regulations. The only thing is the thermal effects, temperature. How you like that?
There was something out of Canada. Some university from Canada a while back did a study on the RF from cell phone towers and the reproductive system of males. So it did have an effect on the sperm count.
It's
Too
going
many of
to
you
affect.
anyway. We're
I mean,
justified
What's
in
up?
getting rid of you. There's too many of you guys anyway. We're justified in getting rid of you.
oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
The
you
projected
gotta reduce the Muslim horde. I know.
the
Too many.
projected
Yeah,
path.
alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
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 It was so funny, bro. He's like so prideful about killing citizens. And we're
Oh
gonna kill some
man.
more citizens. Alhamdulillah. And it's like, bro, like, come on. Like, come on, bro.
And I shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't encourage you to be like that, but that was fucking hilarious. And
It fucking was ironic, bro. That's what made it so hilarious, how ironic it was.
Bro, it was just yeah. That's all I could do at the time too. It's I was just unmuting myself and saying Alhamdulillah, mashallah. That's all I had to. I was like, all right, I'm tapping out. Let's go, Noah. Nikola Tesla was real.
Oh,
Let's fight.
I think he was real, but I think he was like a charlatan or something, or half a charlatan, and then the other half, I think he might have even
Interesting.
not even invented this shit. Maybe someone gave him all the inventions. I don't know. It seems like, honestly, if we're going to take it from the mainstream kind of sets up this narrative to where he had these like brilliant ideas in the beginning, and then towards the end, he couldn't really. He just had these ideas that sounded great, but couldn't really execute on them. felt like the mainstream idea.
Dog time
Hmm.
again.
So who do you think gave him the tech?
The Illuminati would give it to him, obviously.
So I thought about that with the what is it, the Royal Society, William Crooks and Newton and all these guys. I was wondering if they're reverse engineering artifacts, like Bob Lazar said. They're all ancient artifacts. Like, make this work. Tell me what this is. Some shit the Queen found.
Dude, I was looking at all these pictures of like the Crusades and shit. And in these paintings, these guys got like cannons and shit. You didn't fucking realize.
See, that rabbit hole is real, but like, man, it's like for me, I got introduced to it like Masonically, but not from the lodge, but from Manly P. Hall. It's like, you motherfucker. It's like, what'd you say? It was about like the Caliph Al Mamun and the Great Pyramid expedition. Like that's that right there. That's an interesting event. And then what happened afterwards? And they all say positive things about that guy. And he starts this house of wisdom, and we get algebra, chemistry, all that stuff after the expedition of the Great Pyramid. And they don't go to war with that guy, which is interesting shit. It's like,
Did
what
you
is
know
going
that?
on
What's
here?
that? What's that famous guy? The one who let the people live or whatever. What's fucking his name? That famous Islamic fucking general guy. A fucking famous one who didn't take revenge on Jerusalem. You know what I'm talking about, yeah?
Saladin? Saladin?
Yeah,
The
that
most
guy
famous
was a
one? Yeah.
Templar.
Okay.
That guy was a Knights Templar.
Okay.
Salahuddin was
That
a
one.
Knights Templar, bro.
Well,
Fucking
you know,
found that out
Yeah.
recently. I was like, holy shit, bro.
you know the
That's
Masonic
wild, bro.
Brotherhood is worldwide, right? Literally.
Hmm.
You can go anywhere in the world. You'll have a place to stay. You'll have a ride. You'll have clean clothes. You have food to eat. And you will have money in your pocket. It doesn't matter where you go if you're in this
I wish. Oh, they don't dish out money
club.
for me, bro.
Pardon?
Because I'm not in it. Said I'm a Mason and they don't give me free money. But it
Oh,
would be
you're
nice.
not there
If
yet,
I
though.
I know. Well, if you work, if you do any certain positions, yeah, you get paid for it because it's a full time thing. So
Oh yeah.
it's like it is
It
going to
depends on
consume
your
8 hours of
position.
your day. So yeah,
Yeah, if your
certain
position
things
is
you're going to
that,
get paid for.
is to travel around the world.
Correct. Yeah, you get paid for that.
Well, the only reason I know this is because of familial. My father's father. That was
Okay.
him.
Nice. He was a grandmaster or something.
Yes.
Traveled around. Yeah. Yep. Makes sense. Yeah, you get paid for that.
And I've been attempted to be recruited 2 times hardcore wise. I really, really tried. And I respectfully declined. No, thank you.
How did we're not allowed to recruit? So, like, what do you mean they try to recruit? They just invite you. Like, hey, you want to come over for dinner?
Oh, no, no, no. Alright, one, he was a retired Marine. Not gonna say his
Makes
name
sense.
out of respect, but anyway. No. I went over to his house, and he took me back to the lodge way back in the woods. And I was able to solve the problem within a few minutes. I recognized the symptoms, what was going on. He had a restriction in his metering device in his condensing unit. And anyway, he's first thing he said is, "Are you aware of your heritage?" And I played dumb, because I was, what the fuck, how does he know? But anyway, I played dumb, and he said, "Are you a Mason?" I was like, "Oh no, I worked a job, but the boss man made me promise never to do this for a living." He was like, "No, no, no, that's not the type of Mason I'm talking about." And he wound up offering me a jacuzzi out of his house. What it's called, I think it's called an Airstream. real shiny metallic looking pull behind travel trailer deal.
Oh yeah, those things.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Well,
Airstreams.
oh yeah. Oh man, it was like. But anyway, I wound up leaving there with a stack of little booklets and whatnot, and intro to the masonry
On the threshold, I have those booklets too.
and then the second was online. He thought I was one as well, and then when he found out I wasn't, he let me know he could no longer have comms with me, and if I changed my mind and wanted to join, he let me know where I can always find him, whatever. Both of them thought that I was initially. But then I was mistaken for a witch too by Covenant. So whatever, man. Right? Whatever. It's just weird. It seems like a lot of people that if they're part of these clubs, they think they're the only ones that have this knowledge. You know? And when you communicate a little bit, and then they think, like the one online, I just simply asked him, what is 6 without 3? He said half of 9. I said, good to meet you, brother. Evidently, that goes way beyond anything I had in mind. It was more
Did you say
electrical.
six without 3?
Yeah.
It's
What is
half of
6 without?
9?
Is half of 9. Yes.
I don't get it.
Well, anyway, it's a way of circuitry. Also, it's what would you call it? Codex 9, Modulus 9, Mod 9, arithmetic.
Base 9. No.
Yes.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
In other words,
6 without.
6
Okay, go
without
ahead.
4, in 10 base math, 6 without 4 would be half of 3. Because 10 is your highest. I don't know how to word this better yet. But in 10 base math, the highest single digit is 9. Right? Before it flips back to 0 and begins again. Right? And then we get a 1 over in the 10th. Anyway, I had no idea that I don't know if that was the saying that had him thinking, or it was the circuitry that we were talking about. I don't know. Or the music. I really don't know.
What kind of music? What do you mean music? You talking about rock and roll or something?
Just music. He wanted to hear. He was playing acoustic. And he was adjusting to get close to just intonation. And he had me vocalize, and I did. All I did was just vowels flowing, right, along with the bed of chords he was strumming. And evidently he was able to make out a lot from that I'm not even aware of. I'm a musician. I play guitar, but a lot of the stuff I did recognize what he was talking about. But like with the fundamental carrying its own overtones, you can literally see it on the oscilloscope. Your fundamental, or what key, right? Key note. What key you're in when it comes to music. Each tone carries its own overtones, or in music we call it harmonics. But they've not been true for a long time with this equal temperament. The distance between the tones that we use. 12-tone octave system. But anyway, yeah, I guess there's groups of people that think that they're the ones that have the knowledge kind of to themselves, evidently.
Yeah, I don't think it's the Masons. I don't know. It might be someone else.
One's definitely Mason. I was there. It literally said it and had the whole thing is yeah. That was definitely because I left the stack of
They're
books
just
of
the middle
Mason.
management for the rackets. They just help fix the rackets, bro. That's all they really do. And then cover up for that.
Well, a problem solver. Maybe that's something that they found would be helpful. Maybe I don't know. We're looking for something.
From you.
Well, I didn't
Or
have. Yeah, whatever. Anybody that's like me, I guess. And I really don't know what it is.
They didn't offer you like a ticket to the moon or anything like that.
No.
Buzz Aldrin? No.
No.
All right.
None of that crap.
no
Nope.
bulldogs.
I guess not.
The old dude, he was a World War II veteran, the Marine.
Yeah, more than 3/4 of my lodges was veteran. Mostly Navy, but it's a mixed bag. Navy, Army, Marine.
Yeah. Armed services, military forces.
Yeah, it's just kind of a lot of them are Boy Scouts. And I don't know. You heard of like Demolay,
Oh yeah.
and then it's just a natural progression. Then they become Masons.
And eventually Shriners if they choose that and that
Yeah,
accepted. Which,
Shriners, yeah.
when you really look and you recognize the regalia, the symbols, it's quite eye-opening.
Yep, it is pretty cool. It's just you don't have to do like back in the days. You had to go Scottish Rite, become a Shriner. They don't do that. They don't do that anymore, man. You can just go from Blue Lodge to Shriner right away. There's a local shrine area.
Oh, I hope all the best for you. But like I said, I respectfully declined.
Good, because it has to be of your own free will. So I'm glad you declined.
Hang on, two documents.
Yeah, when I got home from that first one, the Marine dude, I called up my father, long distance, and asked him if he'd ever been approached by someone that tried to recruit him into Masonry. He said yes. I was like, well, what did you do? He said, I respectfully declined.
Yeah,
I was
that's what
like,
my
well,
grandfather did.
yeah.
He respectfully declined as well.
Oh, mine didn't. Evidently, he dove all the way
I
in.
think basically, from what I understand, dude, if you're like kind of like a man of society, kind of upstanding, they will approach you.
I didn't think of it like that.
Conversation is way too chill for me. Noah, you need to step it up a little bit. Bring
All
the fight,
right.
bro. Where are you at?
Yeah, but there's no one here that's just like, we need someone to like, I don't know.
Resistance.
Yeah,
Some
there's not enough
resistance.
resistance. Yeah, here. There's too much.
Compliance.
Yeah, too much compliance. Exactly.
Or what in alternating current terminology? Admittance?
Admittance.
Electrical admittance?
Yes. That's the conductance and susceptance. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mohs, right? By the common folks.
Yeah, and Mo's. Oh, you know about that
It,
unit? Holy shit.
it's
Okay.
Siemens, actually.
Yeah, it's Siemens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Backwards ohm, Mo. Nice,
Mohs.
bro. What the fuck have you been studying? You've been reading the good shit.
I've been working with it. I've not just been reading it. Just spend my life.
Okay. Nice. Makes sense. All right. It's like, yeah, dude, that is one electrical unit nobody knows about.
Not
I mean, not
enough
nobody,
people.
but you know what I
Not
mean.
enough. Not enough people.
Yeah.
And I'd like to help. And I like when people help me too. Like correct me when I'm wrong or incomplete or whatever it is.
那你认识别的语言可以说话吗？
What? What about karma? You guys are quiet. A little too quiet. Everyone fell asleep already?
Plenty of people in here.
You just gotta push their buttons a little bit. You know, Earth is a ball. Testing. We'll see. Revolving around the sun.
Tesla was a
Spiraling
genius.
through
The
something.
galaxy.
Something.
Yes, yes. Earth is a magic ball. Yes, with magic water and magic gases around it. Yes, in a magic place. It's magical.
Flying in a vacuum in outer space.
Not just flying. It's moving,
It's a magic
spinning
vacuum.
at multiple vectors and multiple speeds all at the same time. What is it? 5 vectors, 5 speeds?
Something like that. At least, yeah. It's actually the is it the ever expanding vacuum of outer space? There it is. Got it. That's the long edition.
It's all magical. It's magic.
It's always expanding. You know what that means, right? The arrow of time points towards the edge of space.
That means you're getting
Right.
fatter by the second. If it's always expanding.
That's some Stephen
Honestly,
Hawking
I
for
think
you
that's
guys here.
all just fucking bullshit, bro. To look at
It
light
is
that's
absolute
going out,
bullshit.
like, yo, like the light is red, therefore
No,
everything in
no,
existence is
no,
expanding
no,
like a
no.
fucking balloon.
Actually,
At that
guys,
point,
I'm
bro,
gonna
I'm gonna
push
look at
back on this.
look at a fucking Ferrari red car, and the road is expanding because the car in front of me is red. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna push back on
Fucking
this. Bullshit. You can also actually find it in nature, and I can actually show it to you. But this
What?
fantasy bullshit, you can find it in nature.
Oh, bullshit. Yes. Indeed.
Yeah. That's actually. But the globe fantasy, you cannot find it in nature. So it's not bullshit.
It's not even bullshit. That's what you're saying.
What an interesting conversation with a flat earth.
Man, you couldn't even make it to the bullshit stage.
He said that the moon is the reflection of the earth. Remember
Yeah,
that?
the map. I've heard about that before.
Well, it's just something that he brought up and was sharing with me, and I'm like, "What do you mean? The whole moon is of the whole earth?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "So that would the that would mean it'd be a lot more volume, right, to the planet." And I said, "But it's round." He's like, "Yeah, but if it's that fucking big, it's gonna be flat from our perspective for damn near ever."
It's already flat on a small ball. It already supposedly looks exactly flat according to the fucking mainstream Goovers. So if the ball was any bigger, yeah, it would have to just look more flat than it already does.
But
Go
anyway,
concave, I think, at that point.
hula hoop at that point.
Hey, you got two pieces of evidence for them, so they're not bad. They're doing all right. They have the rectilineator from the 1800s, came back concave, and they got the Tamarack mine plumb ups in Tamarack mines, divergent plumb ups. There you go. It's concave, except that it doesn't curve up when you look out on the horizon.
Yeah, the part that's going up is just obscured by the blacks, the sun, multi-dimensional hyper helix, double pyramid thing. Yeah.
Ah, I
The
see.
quantum hyperloop
So it makes it look flat.
simulation matrix, black sun plasma cannon blocks out the horizon, so you can't.
All right, right. Word salad, huh?
The multi-level marketing triple helix quantum eraser hyperloop blocks the horizon, so you can't.
The MLM triple helix. Okay.
Yeah.
There's the quad helix, though. I prefer the quad helix. Much better.
That's what blocks the horizon on Mars. The good old. Shit, I'm gonna just start streaming this thing at this point.
What?
Oh, I got a video watching. I can't believe that's the name. Just is that say Thule?
Classic movie.
What movie is
What's
that?
going on?
Escape from New York.
Bet. I'll tell you that.
Go take a look at some recent photos of Madonna and watch Escape from LA.
What?
Go take a look at some recent photos of Madonna and go watch Escape from LA.
This? Talking about this?
That's from Desperately Seeking Susan. That was in the 80s.
What's the recent picture of Madonna you're talking about?
2025.
Oh, damn. She don't look good. What the fuck? This is what she looks like now?
So have you seen Escape from LA?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's all about Los Angeles and what's going on in LA in the future, and like everybody's got like addicted to plastic surgery. So
True. Oh, was it
yeah,
like a farce of Escape from New York, basically?
I think it's like part two.
Uh,
Snake.
you know what was
Snake.
pretty ridiculous was, didn't she do a thing at the Olympics? Yeah, here it was. That's what it was. Super Bowl halftime. This one was pretty bad. Yeah, dude. Actually, this is. Let's see if we can. This fucking is the most. It's the most Illuminati symbolism I've ever seen. Fuck, that's loud.
What symbolism?
Yeah. Wait, just look at this guy's fucking.
Dude, I can see it, man. I'm just
Yeah, dude.
fucking with you.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, dude. I thought I was the only. But again, right there. Just
Oh
doing the
man,
thing right
look at
there.
this shit.
Doing it again on both sides. And they just did the Masonic M at the last moment. Fuck, I didn't even get it. The last thing they did was, oh fuck that! Just at the end they do it. You can hardly see it. I mean, look at this at the top, dude. Too on the top of the flag.
Oh, that's for Madonna.
Yeah, she's like a high priestess in this occult religion, dude.
Yeah, this is a while ago. She looks nothing like this.
Look at two pillars on either side of her. And she's doing a bunch of poses with her body, probably making different signs.
Are the two pillars for the two poles? The dual pole?
I think for Joaquin and Boaz. Harpa David in them.
Thought it was
I remember
the
this from this is from way back, 2012.
the
What was
There's one
that in
that
the background, bro?
There's one that Katy Perry did that's really full of symbolism too. One of these halftime show ones.
That pattern in the background, that's pretty common. I don't know if that's a cult though. That just might be a pattern. It's just common, but it almost looks like a pseudo swastika pattern.
Yeah, see, if you're a Mason, you would know what that pattern is. Too bad you're
All right,
not.
well, can you enlighten? I see. I knew I fucking recognized it from somewhere.
He can't tell us. He's not allowed. He's no longer a free agent.
yeah. You've heard of NDAs?
What do you mean? I'm always
He's
a free agent. I'm a free man. Right?
No, you might be a Freemason, but you still have to do what they tell you to. If they come to you and
Looks
need
they have a
help, you have to
jester.
help the brothers. Like you don't ever see the cops like arresting cops. Like, hey, you can't do that, bro. Like the Blue Lodge is like 10 toes down to like for some fuckery. You know what I
Isn't the
mean? Like,
whore
Oh, I
riding the
get
beast?
tickets too, man. Hold on, let me stop this video. Alright, I
The
stopped
whore rides
the
the
stream.
beast, bro. She's riding someone right here.
you still get tickets, but you're
And she
in with
keeps
the in
making the
crowd.
same. She keeps making the same pose.
But
This teapot pose they keep doing repeatedly. They keep repeating this teapot pose. Right there, she just did it again, bro. She keeps doing the same teapot pose.
Beep, ba, 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 bo. Beep, ba, ba, bo.
Tijuana.
Someone dressed as a clown on the side. Yeah. There's a one-eye symbolism on the floor. One eye right there. Oh, look, there's the symbol of fucking Zoroastrianism right below her. Right there. Oh. It
There's
just
a
flashed
lot more
its
than just
kind of short.
Zoroastrianism.
I
It's
mean,
not
yeah.
limited to just that one.
Yeah, it's also Ra or whatever, sun god.
And yeah, it goes all over the place.
That was a tranny sound, bro. Wait, hold up. It's the fucking. That's some tranny sound right there. Ain't no fucking female sound.
Huh?
All right, I can't stand this anymore. I gotta go back to fucking. No, not this. Oh, there we go.
So Antarctica is the key to get out of here, huh?
That's what this guy seems to think.
What is it, like a stairway to heaven or something?
No, like it's the way out of a pond, like the outer ponders.
Oh, it's the entrance to Agartha, the inner world.
No, like this guy's like a fucking.
But what do you mean the? I mean, if you go from one pond to another pond, does that mean you got out?
No. It's just out of the pond. It's not another pond. It's just out of this pond.
Where?
What do you mean where?
You get out of here to where?
The outer fucking lands or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I
What
don't know
if
what the fuck. How the fuck would I know? I wasn't there.
what if we find a staircase and it take us to heaven?
Then you're a pretty lucky guy, I'd say.
Well, depends if the staircase goes up or down, right? Maybe there's two doors, two staircases.
If you get to a staircase and it goes to heaven, wouldn't that imply that you're at the bottom?
Maybe you're at the middle. Maybe you're in the first floor, and then there's a second floor above and a basement below.
I actually do think we're in the middle. I was just being a joker.
There's actually a question, which is a philosophical type of a thing, where if someone were to go and look at two different doors, one is being guarded from hell, one is being guarded from heaven, the two guardians, and you got to ask each guardian one question. and one of them leads to hell, one of them leads to heaven. It's one question they both have to answer. What would the question be? And by the way, I'm sorry, whoops. One of them is always going to lie. One of them is always going to tell the truth. What question would you ask? It's kind of an impossible question, but some people have answered it better than others. What question would you ask to each one of these guardians?
Am I good enough to get in? Whoever tells me I'm not good enough, that's the door where heaven is.
Okay, so the one that leads to hell, they'll say yes. The one that goes to heaven, they'll say yes. See the conundrum?
Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying there with the.
Yeah, it
Well,
takes a while to comprehend, but there is an actual answer, but I'm not going to give it to you guys right now. I want you to think
I
about it.
demand.
No, it's a logical, it's a logical reasoning type of contemplation.
You just have to go and watch the movie The Labyrinth and you'll get the answer.
How many questions you get?
One
Is it
question.
genie?
No, just one question. They both have to answer the same question.
Are there any evil grabblers in here?
You gotta ask, which way did Jesus go?
Uh-huh. I know it's kind of an off-topic kind of. Well, it's on topic, but at the same time, it's very hard to answer. And there are some answers to it, but most people can't figure it out. It's a puzzle.
What's the which one is the way to the creator?
They would both raise their hand and say, "Here."
This way.
Yep. One is always going to lie. One is always going to tell the truth. Yeah,
So it's a
that's the
guaranteed
conundrum.
lie,
Yeah, guaranteed.
guaranteed lie, and a
Yep.
guaranteed truth.
Isn't it like you ask the other guy, will the other guy tell the truth or something like that? What's the other guy's answer to this question?
That goes along with it, yeah.
Right.
But still not the complete answer.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, the best you're going to get is 50-50.
It doesn't matter what the one. I mean, you already know that hell's going to. The guy guarding hell's going to lie. So who cares what you ask him?
It
Isn't
doesn't really matter.
that irrelevant?
Well, they're
No,
both going
okay.
to answer, right? You ask them if there's two doors, they're both going to share the answer. So you just don't believe them.
Okay, don't think of it as heaven and hell. Let's just say there's like $1 billion of gold through one of the doors. The
I'm
other one,
rich.
yeah, the other one has nothing. How do you get the gold?
You ask them ask them both the same question. Where's the gold? Which door is the gold in?
They will both say this door.
Yeah, exactly. They'll both pick the same door. One will tell the truth, and then the other one will
No,
lie.
there's two doors. One is gonna pick one door, the other one is gonna pick the other door.
Wait.
Dude, this riddle's really easy, bro. It's an old riddle. I can't believe y'all haven't heard. You ask him what the other guy would say.
You say, does he ever lie? And he'll say yes, and the other one will say no.
You know, you ask him what would the other guy say, and you
Oh
know
yeah,
that
you
will
say
always be a lie.
Yeah, you say which door would the other person choose, not which door.
Yeah, and you know that answer will always be a lie because the truthful
And then
guy
you
will tell
use
you what the other guy says truthfully, and the truthfulness of what a liar would say would be a lie, and the lie of what a truthful person would say would still be a lie. So either way, it's a lie to answer that question. So what would the other guy say, and then you just go with the
do the
opposite
opposite.
door. Dude, this guy's like onto some symbolism in this video. Although I don't know about his conclusions, he's definitely onto it, bro. The eye patch, bro.
You could just ask a question to which you already know the answer. You know, like I could just be like, you know, am I one of the greatest fishermen ever to walk the face of the earth? And whichever one said no is a fucking liar.
Nice.
Are you the greatest fisherman? Are you that good at fishing?
Roohif is at least the
Yeah.
second best cricket player in the world.
It's true. Did I posted my thing? Yes, I didn't know. Yeah.
Where do you fish?
What? Where do I fish?
Yeah.
Right next to that fucking buffalo in my Avia, apparently.
What stadium?
Montana.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got some
Just outside of Yellowstone.
nice playground. Shit.
I have a
Yeah.
question for Roohif in regards to cricket. I've never played it, but I have some friends that have played it. They're from the UK and different places. And they say, yeah, it's extraordinarily dangerous because of how heavy the balls are and how fast they can be hit. People have gotten broken legs and been severely injured. Have you ever
Oh,
experienced?
there was a kid. Two things. There was a kid that died 2 weeks ago in Victoria. My broken jaw is from being hit in the jaw with a cricket ball. So yes.
Holy shit! Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I know there's injuries in a lot of sports, except that I've heard the cricket balls are larger and heavier than baseballs and stuff like that. And they,
They're 100. I wouldn't say they're bigger than baseballs. They're smaller than baseballs, but they are 156 grams. And the very fast international bowlers can bowl at 100 miles per hour, which is fucking quick.
Are they
all right.
heavier than a lacrosse ball? But
I don't know what a
not the same.
lacrosse ball is. Yeah. And there was a fairly well-known cricketer that also died from being hit in the head a few years back, like a decade ago.
I hope I'm not mixing up lacrosse and cricket. Lacrosse is with like the rackets, I think, right? It's like
Yeah,
tennis and
lacrosse is with like the men, cricket's with the women.
right.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, I've never played either one of those. I was a wrestler, a football player, and a basketball player, but yeah, that's
Lacrosse, it's kind of like a racket. It's a little hooked thing that you catch it and flick it with. And cricket is basically, I guess, where baseball comes from. I don't know which one came first, but it's kind of similar to
I'd say it all
baseball.
comes from Indians. What's the one with the curved little things that you kind of wing it and it flies out super fast?
the wanger.
Lacrosse.
Highlight?
The wanger?
No, it's got like you got this this thing in your hand, and it's got like a curve to it, and as you freaking come around, it kind of goes from the bottom to the top on a
Oh,
curve. And
Jalalai. Jalalai. Yeah.
you know, dude, it's freaking wicked, freaking
Yeah.
gnarly.
Highlight? Sounds
Jalalai,
like
sorry. Yeah.
you're describing highlight.
Highlight. Yeah, whatever it is. That one. That one.
Or maybe that's what, I don't know, people call it. I've heard it called.
Oh, it says they're
That's
pronouncing
like a
highlight. Yeah.
European thing. That's like a European. It's not really an American
Yeah, it's the
word.
big fucking extended arm with the ball in it. Yeah, it's highlight
Right.
swoop, I guess.
Those things you can whip those effers.
Yeah. Oh, for Andrew, I'll post Sean Tate, Aussie guy, ridiculously fast.
awesome. I'll check it out.
All right. I'll be back in a minute.
There are certain sports that I think have just evolved out of like boredom. And one of those sports that actually got me arrested, well, semi arrested when I was pretty young, it was a whole group of us when we were 16 years old ish. And we all had BB guns and pellet guns. And we went out to this one particular location. It was a preschool that was, not in session at the time because like the weekend. And they had the playground and lots of bushes and the building and all that kind of stuff. And we would just shoot each other with BB guns. But there were rules that we had to establish, such as you have to be wearing safety glasses and at least 2 layers of clothes, like jeans or something like that.
Yeah, Jeremy
And-
learned that lesson the hard way. He didn't have the safety goggles.
Oh, shoot, that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, how old was he when that one happened?
I mean, I'm just saying that as a turn of phrase. I'm not trying to say Jeremy didn't learn a lesson, but you know what I mean. I mean, that's what happened to him. He was in a BB gun fight, or not a fight, but a BB gun. Kids shooting BB guns at each other and hit him in the eye.
Yeah, but what we were doing was on, I guess you call it public, non-public property, but it was a preschool, so I'm not really sure what the legality is behind that. But all of a sudden, one day we're doing it. This is like our 10th time doing it. And all of a sudden, a cop car shows up. And they see a bunch of kids running around with what look like something that's not a BB gun. And he pulls out his fucking... he pulls out his gun. And...
Get out.
No, we ran through fucking people's fences to try and get away, and we did. But one guy got arrested, and he ratted all of us out.
Oh, a little
Yeah.
bit. You guys still hang out with him?
I haven't seen him in a long time, so no.
Oh, man. How old were you? 16?
I was like 16, I think.
Couldn't keep it in the house, but like, what guys? What are you talking about? There wasn't any guys with guns. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about, officer.
Well, he was the one, and then when I got home, what we did is we ran as fast as we possibly could, and we ditched the weapons in a bush area on the aside from the sidewalk. And we just ran and ran and ran. And I got home about an hour later, and the police were at my house, my parents' house. I was like, "Oh fuck!" They know what's going on. Man, we're just shooting people with
Do you have
BB
your
guns.
safety glasses with you still?
No, ditch all that shit. But
Yeah, no face shots. You never had Red Rider Wars before?
These were Red Riders and pump action. Yeah,
We
they
had
were.
bottle rocket wars. I mean, just with
Oh yeah.
with little pipes, so act like we got bazookas,
Well, the reason I'm bringing it up is because sports are very interesting. Like a sport originates from some sort of a construct of like shooting people with BB guns or uh, doing stupid stuff while people are drunk. Like the most stupid sport, in my opinion, is what's that one they do where they during the winter sports where they push a fucking a disc across the ice and people with like push
Sweeping?
brooms.
What's that called?
Curling.
Sweeping?
Curling.
Shit. Curling.
Yeah.
Sweeping. That's
That-
what they do sweep though. I
Dude,
don't
this
know
is
why
really sus.
like how boring is that? Oh, we have nothing
How
else to
bored do
do.
you have to be? It's so boring. Golf fell asleep watching it.
You don't like golf?
I mean, I played golf a few times, but yeah, watching it is, I mean, that's nap time to me. You watch golf, Geo?
Not really regularly, but I played golf like in my teenage years. I haven't really played too much lately, but I played on the high school team. But I didn't really like play beyond that too much, like in terms of like any kind of tournament stuff. But I didn't really watch much golf back then, and I don't really now. But the times I have watched golf, I don't really find it boring. I mean, if you kind of know the game and what they're doing, it's not really boring to me. But I understand that's like the thing people always say about it. If they're not into it, or because it's kind of slow. It's not like hockey or baseball. Oh, baseball some people call boring too, but um, hockey's pretty fast paced in comparison. But yeah, I mean, if you know the game like competitively of golf, it's actually pretty thrilling to watch in some cases when you watch what they do and how they hit certain shots and all that.
I'll believe that you played disc golf.
I played a lot of golf in my teenage years. I got into it. I also played baseball and
I'm
stuff
only
too,
a
but
joker. I'm sorry.
I loved it. You're out in nature. It's like beautiful in that way. It's a pretty interesting game. It like reflects life in a lot of ways, like the patience and a lot of different parts of life. It's a really beautiful game.
There's a lot of different types of sports they evolve from something, such as frisbee golf. I think that's what disc golf was associated with. And then also there is that's like a super hippie kind of thing. Go to San Francisco, Golden Gate Park, and you'll see people playing that every freaking day. But then there's also something called broom hockey, where not sure if you guys have heard of that before, but it's hockey, but you don't have hockey sticks. You have push brooms. It's like, where did it come from?
Canada?
Not sure on that one.
Look it up. It's a real thing.
I've actually never played frisbee golf, like an actual round, like a round of holes. I've actually never.
What,
I guess
really?
no, I never have. I've played frisbee like
Oh.
out in the park or whatever, but I've never actually played frisbee golf, where you actually go and play a whole round. You throw it into the metal chain thing. Have
Oh
you
yeah, I
played
played
it?
many a round.
Oh, you have?
Oh yeah.
I've never actually gone and played it.
I got a hole in one once.
Seems fun. It's like similar to golf, but frisbees.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Back when I used to be able to actually throw a frisbee good. Yeah, something to do. Walk around, smoke a joint.
You know, Zanuck used to be a gladiator, eh?
Oh
He
yeah, I
still
think
is. Now he's just a gladiator for the globe. He's getting body slammed by thunder and lightning. You know those guys' names?
Is Zanuck one of those guys that makes up shit as he goes to like make his own globe? Like the ad hocs? Or does he like just
Oh yeah,
parrot the official narrative?
both and
Whatever it takes, huh?
whatever it takes. Yep. He'll stretch it
shout out
out.
to Zanuck.
He'll wing it as he's going. He'll change it as it's going if he needs to. If it turns out that someone else knew the globe model better, he'll flip it. He'll say I am the citation. He'll be the citation when needed.
Oh, that's a good one. I am the citation.
Yeah, it's a classic. Zanuckism. I don't know if he originated it, but yeah, I am the citation.
I think it was like Matthew Learns earlier was saying something about how flat earthers are like have to be persuasive or something like that. It just made me think like I evaluated myself a little bit, like am I trying to be like manipulative? And I'm like, no. Like
No,
I'm
we're telling
terrible at
people to
that.
go outside to check for themselves. That's not being manipulative. That's
No,
like
I know. I was just gonna say
empowering, right?
that the evidence that I put forward, is what's persuasive, not me myself. So I thought that there's a distinction there to be made. I'm not trying to convince somebody. I'm trying to convince them to look at the evidence, and after you look at the evidence, well, that's up to you.
I think I remember one time. It's like maybe right when I first met Zanuck. And I'm not talking bad about the guy, so it's not like I'm being disrespectful. He's not here. But an argument that we had, I said the atmosphere is acting like a lens, and he's like, "No, it's not." And if you think about now, now the argument is refraction. So the atmosphere is acting like a lens, right? It would have to be in order for there to be refraction. So I went and I found it, the Rob Skiba video where the guy 1 year later, after the guy said it's a mirage, like a year later, he gets an expert. And this expert, he's like the expert of experts when it comes to like light. And then I got him saying the atmosphere acts like a lens. He never recanted, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's what we're dealing with. But he probably remembers it differently, but I'll never forget that. It's like, I just showed you the expert, and you're right, and the expert's not. And I guess I was appealing to authority, but he was an expert in the field of light. I can't remember the guy's name, but I could find it again if I had to. Rob Skiba's videos are still up.
Yeah, but when you say the atmosphere acts like a lens, do you mean it magnifies things or changes the direction, the path of light?
Well, I mean, if it acts like a lens, it's going to do different types of things, right? If it changes the path of light, it could, in theory, magnify things.
No.
And that's what Rob Ski was. No?
No.
So.
The atmosphere does not magnify things.
Really?
Yes.
So the atmosphere. I guess I'm about to go watch that Rob Skiba video.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
You get stretching. You can stretch things vertically. You can't. It doesn't magnify horizontally.
Are you the citation for that, Roohif?
No, I just know what that dude meant when he said it acts like a lens.
So it's more like a funhouse mirror.
Is it magnifying? Is a magnifying glass a lens? You know, the one you can burn ants with?
Yeah.
Right? And lenses come in all shapes and thicknesses and sizes and widths and dimensions, and like magnifying glasses can be doubled and tripled, and they can be used alone. Like, what is it? Like, you can have a mirage. What's a mirage?
It's nothing to do with the lens. It's upwardly.
Well,
it's like
you're
taking
looking
two
through
paths.
If you're using your eyes without any other optical instrument, you can witness lots of phenomenon through the atmosphere, right? Your
But what
eyes are
he meant,
lenses, right?
yeah, but what he meant when he said it acts like a lens, right, is that it changes the path of light. It does not mean magnifies, because it doesn't magnify.
I mean, do you not magnify by changing the path of light?
You can, but the atmosphere doesn't do that.
So it acts like a lens, but it doesn't magnify things. What do lenses usually do?
Right. Lenses change the path of light.
Agreed, but for what
Right.
ends?
In that context, it acts like a lens. Right? Does not magnify objects.
So lenses don't magnify objects.
Oh, fuck's sake. So disingenuous, Hank.
No, it's a serious question. What do lenses usually do? What do you
Right,
use
lenses
lenses
can
for?
magnify things.
Or focus the light, right?
They can do lots of things. They all work by changing the path of light. So disingenuous. Yep.
By the way, you're not
But-
disingenuous at all,
How,
Larry.
how is asking questions disingenuous, bro?
Yeah, dude, Larry's like the most not disingenuous person. I don't know why you would even say that. He just literally asked you. He's just asking clarifying questions to make sure you understood. Why is that disingenuous?
I've clarified
And I don't
4
believe
times
that
the sense in which he means the atmosphere acts like a lens is that it changes the path of light.
I don't believe it changes the path of light either. That's just bullshit.
Okay. All right.
Like, you know, the floating cruise ship illusion, or
Yep.
I
The
don't
path
think
is
that
there, right?
right. I don't think that the actual boat is in a different place. It's just that the light is basically canceling out the water. You don't see the water.
Yeah, it's just reflecting the sky, so you can't really distinguish the horizon. Yeah, that's not a refraction effect.
What is it an effect of?
The water reflecting the sky.
It's
a reflection.
Those are words.
Yeah.
Is there like a simple word like refraction you can
Bouncing?
say?
No,
It's
not
a
refraction.
bounce. It's not refraction. It's bouncing. Okay, got you.
Yeah, it's a
Thanks.
reflection.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I
You
think
sure
I'd
there's no
rather go with
refraction there?
Snacks' opinion. I think Snacks knows way more about lenses than you, Roohif.
Sure, champ.
I find it pretty troublesome that all this stuff, like, you can change it with a polarizer, and it effectively all the blue light that you see in the daytime is polarized light. I find it all very troublesome for photography, man. For long distance.
Oh, Hank has posted it. Well done. Oh, notice, by the way, that notice which half of the lens that this scientist dude or whatever, the weather guy, which half of the lens he's looking through, and then have a look at which half Rob Ski was looking through.
Can you
The
just
end
watch
of
the
your
video and hear
telescope
him
is hollow.
say the atmosphere is acting like a lens, and then watch the lens move in front of the camera, and then everything's magnified and clear? Can you just focus on that part if you can?
Right, he's using a circular
Exactly.
lens, right? Circular convex lens. Our atmosphere is not circular shaped.
But guess what?
Atmosphere
Difference
is not
between
circular shaped. Do you hear yourself?
Our atmosphere, yes, our atmosphere has
Atmosphere.
vertical gradient.
I don't get it. So if you have like a optical piece, like a telescope or binoculars or whatever you've got, how long is that? Like a foot, 2 foot? Just say I'll give you 5 foot, right? The path of light that you're talking about from 3 miles away, it does what it wants to do until it gets to your lens. And you're saying that you're changing the path of light over that 3 miles. Doesn't make any sense,
Sorry,
bro.
the atmosphere.
What?
The atmosphere is moving
You're
the light
saying
either up or down. It's not moving it left or right like a
no.
circular lens does.
You said that a lens changes the path of light. So you've got 3 miles from the observation that you're looking at to the lens of your whatever device you're using.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that distance is getting changed by the lens. That path
No,
of light is
for
getting
fuck's
changed.
sake, Carlos. The atmosphere is
That's what you
changing
said.
the path of light. I said the atmosphere is changing the path of light. In that sense, it is acting like a lens.
You said the lens changes the path of light. It doesn't magnify.
The atmosphere doesn't magnify it. You can get stretching, which you could call vertical magnification, but it does not magnify in all directions.
Can you clarify on the path of light?
Yeah, the
Extrapolate
atmosphere
about the path of
typically,
light.
yep, the atmosphere typically bends the light downwards. Sometimes close to the surface, it can bend it upwards.
Yeah, the
What's
real
the path
deal,
made of?
Carlos. The real deal is like you're in a waveguide, an optical waveguide, all the time that you exist. That's the problem with all this stuff. It's like trying to prove this gravity idea inside the gravity frame. You're inside the optical. You're part of it. Like you wouldn't be able to distinguish really like what's magnification or not, or you certainly can't pinpoint it and be like, oh yeah, over there's the magnification happening. You know,
You can look at the bendy cranes and the black swan. Vertically
how would you?
stretched.
But where in from you to there would you know that the distortion is occurring? There could be a pocket of air in front of you, not that far away, or possibly very, very distant and very, very large.
Yep.
It's difficult to know like what that would ever be.
But the effect is that the crane is stretched, right? Stretched vertically.
Well, that's because it's like the refraction is cumulative on all this stuff. So yeah, you're going to get a degraded image like at the end, yeah. Or it will have the cumulative effects of all of the stuff, but you won't be able to pinpoint where the distortion field is happening. It might be right locally to where the cranes are, or it might begin there and then continue, or you know what I mean? Like there's different fronts like near the shore.
Sure.
Yeah. I consider that. But you're in a waveguide, and the proof of that is because if you jack yourself up into a lighthouse or something like that, you'll get a further distance. So you're z-accessing in your waveguide that you exist in. If it was if the world were flooded with a different type of gas changing the refraction, you would have a different waveguide essentially, like with different properties. So
yeah.
Yep, I sound pretty smart now. What do you think about that, son?
May as well post my black swan meme.
Hey, do you have the money to make it happen so we could get a black swan with a Hasselblad?
Why Hasselblad? Like, what's the point?
To prevent background distortion from optical whatever. I haven't had coffee yet. Pardon me. I say it all the time now. Basically, because you're in an extended millimeter zoom range, it's gonna like create like shittiness. It'd be better to go with something like a lens which doesn't distort, something like a normal lens, not a zoom lens, and just have zillions of megapixels behind it so you can crop into the image. So you don't actually do a zoom, you just crop in to like the magnificent 100 megapixel Hasselblad.
Right, you're still going to run into resolution issues.
It's 100 megapixels. Like you'll be able to see black swan
optical resolution.
No, I don't think so.
How big's your freaking lens?
It doesn't matter. It's just the same.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't need to be. You can zoom into the data of the photo. The data will be rich enough that where you can just go into it.
Do you know what Rayleigh's criterion is? I thought you brought it up the other day.
Shut up! It would be you could use a 50. It's the same as using an optical transit. You wouldn't say that you're going to bring in Rayleigh's criterion to refute a fucking optical transit on a total station. I don't know. Trying to think of a friendly word to call you in a mean way.
Muppet or wombat?
Muppet? I don't know. Possibly, yeah.
Muppet.
All right. Again, coffee. I don't have the words just yet.
Right.
No.
Is that a Pakistani Avatar colors.
Do you know there's a band called Rage Against the Machine? That's one of their album covers.
Right. Okay. I do know a band called Rage Against the Machine.
Roohif does respond to Champ, Snacks. He responds to Champ as the word,
Yes.
word on the street. Word on the streets. You can go with Champ anytime, and he'll respond to it.
But anyway, the Rayleigh criterion is a resolution criteria dependent on the size of the aperture. It's why big telescopes, like 6-inch to 10-inch telescopes, have better resolution than a P900. Doesn't matter about the sensor.
What's the sensor on a telescope?
It depends what camera you got.
So it doesn't matter about the sensor, but it depends on what camera you got.
It's a limiting factor, right? The diameter of the aperture is a limiting factor.
Yeah, everything's a limiting factor. You can build it however you want. I mean,
yeah.
You think like an iPhone takes the same type of photos as like a photographic camera?
No aperture.
I'm sorry, your argument's getting weak. It's not helping your words come through the microphone. It's just losing power, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say. I'll chalk this up to a win. I think
we have a
technically it's a win.
problem.
Yeah, I think I'll count this as a win, or at least a draw for sure.
Do we have to call Houston? I think he's trying to say something.
Yeah, he's trying to say a lot of things, man.
He's lighting up.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look.
I think the crisp noise reduction is not working as well.
Roohif, you're like a robot.
That one? No, give one sec.
It's like digital
Yeah, you
slime, digital muck or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you need to find Houston. You have a problem.
All the same.
You'd like to believe it's better now?
Is it?
No. You sound like you can't speak properly. You go, You've regressed. You've gone back into monkey form.
No, you don't sound like a monkey. Like a digital
No,
swamp.
it's
thing. I think
evolution.
that's more accurate.
Well, it's a swamp monster. Roohif?
Yep.
Speak.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speak.
You've your whatever your status status problems are all fixed. No longer poisoned. All right. All right. Go ahead.
No, we're not hearing you again.
I'm not speaking.
Oh.
He just was though.
That's
when he said he wasn't
the
speaking. He
reason
was
why.
speaking. This is disingenuous stuff right off the bat. I'm not going to stand for it.
Oh dear. That's your lot. Watch out, he puts you on a list.
All right. He was trying to say some things before when he was arguably sounding like a digital Swamp Thing. Give it a shot again. See what happens.
And go.
Oh, you were just
Riksky, I'm guessing he can't come off. Can't come off mute.
Oh. So I did win. Oh, it's a win.
Sure.
Riksky
Rick,
hadn't
it's
even said
trivially
anything.
true. Trivially true that when light bends down, objects appear higher. I think I have one meme for that. Hold on.
But what if the
that
photo
mean?
is magnified and your lens is off center and it's just gonna appear to be whatever you.
Do you make these memes yourself, Roohif?
I did.
You the meme man?
The meme king.
I doubt that's you're the self-given title, I guess.
Reminds me of the ones that John makes. Did John learn from you?
Oh.
You guys are tirelessly on your computers drawing bendy lines and straight lines, trying to convince people how light is bending around curves.
How come
That's
I
what I'm
look
gonna
through a
say.
rainbow, when I look through a rainbow which is bending down, I don't see objects behind it like warping and changing and lifting.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like the curving horizontal tangent.
Come on, Rick. What are you doing, bro?
You're not making another meme, are you?
No, it's just like I don't understand how it's not like trivially obvious that downwardly bending light makes the object appear higher.
Between
Don't
you and the
understand.
object, which between you and the object and the distance, which part of the light is bending down? The light around the object, or the light between you and the object? Where's this light?
See the slide I put at 54 minutes past, right? So coming from the actual position, whatever that is, the star, the mountain, whatever, that path, the red path, is curving downwards. Right? Curves
Is it
down
possible that
rather
you're
than
looking
up.
at the object in the background and it's just distorted?
Is that the heavier light, Roohif?
Yeah.
It gets more gravitied out or whatever. It's got more weight to it.
Projected.
I think they use like the light bending down thing to move objects up because it just they have no excuse why we see so far on a ball.
I think they just kidnapped the way you see. That's how you see anyway. So like, they just put an equation and go, "Oh look, it's magic."
You need some do you have some clip art of like a black swan you could paste in there, so it'd be like relevant to the argument? Unlike the Windows 95 you made this on or whatever.
Got a sextant. Looking for a sextant, Roohif.
Yeah, what are you on Internet Archives searching old clip art?
GeoCities.
No, he's made it himself.
Alta Vista.
He's made it on Alta Vista. I have respect for that.
What do you think? Like, you're just putting something together which is just making your claim. Right? It doesn't validate your claim.
Can you have Jesse Path of Light print this out on his dot matrix printer paper?
Yes. What's it called?
Use a daisy wheel.
We've had this conversation 1,000 times.
He couldn't answer the other day how he was going to measure something. I just didn't understand it. He was like pussyfooting around it. I asked him, "How are you going to take these measurements?" And he went, "Ugh." And he go, it was just that he had to imagine he was on a ball. He couldn't even imagine anything else other than he's on a ball. Do a lot of sexton work? Roohif?
I do theodolite work.
What about sex work? Sexton work.
Sex work or sextant work? I do not own a sextant, and I've never owned a sextant, never used a sextant. I have a theodolite.
So
Sextants
how
are
can you
four-man
talk
theodolite.
about a sexton if you've never used one?
It's just an angle measuring device. I've used
Yeah, but
an angle measuring
don't you
device.
think you should get one? And like, if you've got your, it's not the same as a theodolite, you know that. Maybe the same concept, but it's not going to do exactly the same as your theodolite.
It's just a big protractor, isn't it?
It's a little telescope. It's got an angle at the bottom.
It's got a telescope.
Oh shit! Hang on, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Oh, where you going?
Well, I still didn't get the answer. Like, who's the liar and who's the honest one? Is it Alf or Ralph?
Who's Ralph?
Well,
Oh,
on Sarah on the movie
Is
The
that-
Labyrinth, Sarah had
Yeah.
to find a way to get past the guards, and and she asked like
Yes.
the
What are you
correct
talking
question
about?
that.
He's talking about the movie Labyrinth with David Bowie. Go ahead.
Right. So who's the liar, Alf or Ralph?
I think it's Ralph.
I don't know, but I think Snacks can do the line. I mean, David Bowie accent for sure. Go on.
I haven't even pulled out David Bowie yet. Don't worry about it. There's a time.
Got the knife.
Yeah, no, that whole that was the thing that Andrew brought up, the riddle of the two things. One only tells the truth, one only lies. And yeah, that was in the Labyrinth. They used that. Great stuff, man.
I don't think Rick on mute.
And then who was doing the live stream? Like, I think it's still going on, right? I don't know what they're like. You know how Madonna does these things, and it's got like she covers one eye, and it's got all sorts of symbolism and stuff. But that's all sort of like her own thing, you know. It's like really corporate and sort of like but when it comes down to you like analyzing the type of footage that actually has meaning in societies, you need to look at the opening of the Olympic Games and that type of thing, you know, like. Or those are supported by governments. Those are funded by governments.
The NFL is an
for the
esoteric
world to
church.
see. And the last one was.
They don't
That's
do
just
football.
sport, though, right?
No, they don't do football at
that's-
all. That's entertainment. What they are is a church, and they do these. They do it for the Super Bowl halftime shows. That's why they're not paying taxes. That's it.
Dude, what was the one with the beds and stuff? All the hospital beds and shit. What was it? Olympic Games?
The Olympic Games, China.
Remember that? It had like a no. It was it France? It was yeah. They had like a whole bunch of people dancing and going up like and making a light show on a wall. It's like all these evil stuff, and there was like
Was that France?
hospital beds.
I thought that was
It
China.
was that,
I
but
don't-
that was
I don't
whatever that
remember.
was.